He'll try to drive this one deep. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs offense will go to work for the first time today. And you want to talk about dudes who can bring the heat off the edge, David? Both of these teams have somebody that can do just that.
Man, so much fun. They get off the rock and they get in the backfield and get to quarterbacks. Make them feel uncomfortable, get them to the ground. These guys change the way offenses are playing the game.
These offensive coordinators better help out their quarterback. These guys need to be double-teamed with tight ends and running backs. You let these guys go one-on-one, you're asking to get sacked.
That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. The Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. This quarterback part of their running game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Hard running there. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
A nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good game for this offense.
On the option. He'll toss it. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
Now the pitch. Man, he's got 45 yards for them on the ground already in this 1st quarter. He looks as if he's ready to put up numbers. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
The fullback. This takes me back to my days growing up, watching the fullback being on the field every single play. You don't see that anymore, but the big fella gets the football. Hey, he looks like he knew what to do with it, too. Nice little pickup, little agility, little speed, but mostly a lot of just girth and strength and just grown man.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. He'll take it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. Run it with the fullback. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll try to power it in. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Leaves it with the running back. They make the stop, and that's how the 1st quarter will end. We've come to the end of the quarter, and USF is on top. We've put 1 in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. They'll go right back to him. Didn't find much room. He'll pick up a couple out to the 5. 3rd and short. They've got them back up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. Quarterback will audible. To the air. It's Hobbs. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Bulls will line up to punt it away. That punt was a bit rushed, and it showed with a short kick. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. They let that one get away from them. They look like they are pumped up and ready to go here, David.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They got him pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. On the option. Now the toss. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defensive line stands on the result of the play. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. The field goal is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. Looking for a man. It's Hobbs. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. After almost housing it from deep, they'll try to finish the deal from the red zone. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulls!
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Kept it on the ground on 1st down. See if they stick with that plan on 2nd. Here comes the option. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw. finds his target down the middle. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. Louisiana Tech back to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running back goes in motion. He'll ride his man on the option. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. The option look. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing them around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last one.
We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. Running it back, it's Cobb. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more, Palmer. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football late.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
And I love working the slot receivers. You see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp. The Bulls want to crank the tempo. They'll try to run for it. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the 1st down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Hobbs. Fires to the tight end. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play calls and everyone on the same page here. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. They want to get this defense on its heels. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got the quick pass. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's looking to throw it. It's on target and complete. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, USF! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Tampa. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Raymond James Stadium.
And the Bulls will kick it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Offense working from the pistol. Wide receiver shows motion. On second down, he'll let it fly. Got his man on the right. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo. They'll run the option. Now the toss. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. And the Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback keeper. Got enough for the first. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Strong, firm tackle. Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on second down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. He'll pull it on the read. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Here comes the hurry up.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game one, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this guy.
And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech.
And it took a minute, but the passing attack now on board. The first passing touchdown of the season, and it took to the second half, but I'll tell you what, this offense will find its rhythm. They'll grow. They'll get better throughout the season, and this is going to be a hard passing attack to stop.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Coastal Carolina has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up by 21 over Old Dominion. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They're working that left side. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. To the air, it's Hobbs. Trying to get behind the defense. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 4th down, trying to find his man. And that ball is picked off. He was looking for a little more on that return, but he hands this offense a short field at the 35. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Here's the handoff. Fighting off the defender.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Backing up and backing up on the first 2 plays. Now to try to throw it and drive on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. He'll pull it down and run. Across the 25, he's got room. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
These guys aren't human able. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Got his man. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. Jesse, that's like a throwback to yesteryear, tossing it to a pass-catching fullback.
Well, it's nice to know as a quarterback, when things aren't open downfield, you can find the big fella for a check down.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. From inside the 10, here he comes. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this round.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Hobbs. Trying to beat the D deep. And it's caught inside the 25. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. Offense getting set for first down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and USF is on top. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. First down to start the drive after the break. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He'll come out throwing on first down. Finds his big tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? They're going to run it. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. The Bulls are rolling down the field. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And this young true freshman, he's got to keep his composure here because he can smell his first collegiate touchdown is right on the horizon. His eyes are getting big. Ball security. That has got to be at a premium right now for this young man.
Trying to make their way to the promised land on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, South Florida.
Yeah, the offense putting up more points, and guess who's jacked up? This home crowd starting the season off with offensive fireworks and looking to go 1-0. They are loving their squad.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. fires to the big fella. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect their quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
They'll try to put it in drive this time on second down from the 22. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. He's got it. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Gets it to the back. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for an open man on second down. He's got it. Hauled down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo. Curl route seems simple, but when you time it like that so it's right on him, man, that's a tough play to stop.
And give the receiver a lot of credit, too, because he knew where this...
The freshman able to get home with the sack. Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Scrambling away. He'll try to do it himself. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him, and they convert. Slippery slide, find his way, and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. To the air, it's Hobbs. He's taking the shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Extending the play. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down mark.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
On 4th down, going to the air. Going for it all. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He looks that one in nicely. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. New set of downs after that completion. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. He's going to pass. It's caught. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Louisiana Tech back to the line with a fresh set of downs. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He's got it on the move. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Back to the air one more time. Pressure coming. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw. Never gave his receiver a chance. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Looking to throw for it. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
And that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, you're probably getting blitzed, it's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Now on second down. Smart move to keep it on the ground. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Back to pass, it's Hobbs. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it for the touchdown, and that one just might do it.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, cough them. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Wants to go up top. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. It's a long shot, I know, but you have to keep fighting till the bitter end, Jesse.
They call it a long shot for a reason because they've still technically got a shot. I know it's not great, David, but let's see these guys fight to the end.
It's not great, but keep fighting, keep spinning that pill around. Use every second on this clock to try to get this game as close as you can.
And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. And they spike it and get the clock stopped.
It's now 4th down.
After this, it'll be a wrap. On 4th down, looking to pass. Going to try to get it himself. He's loose at the 15. They make the stop, but that's going to do it here as time has expired, and that'll just serve to pad the stats. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field.